Part 3. Beast Tamer, Divine Beast Tamer. Author, I am Lao Wu. Chapter 21. Now the bully is the one who knows enough to find the place with the strongest light element in the place where the light element is abundant. This is why the bully can do it so easily. Just when Lin Chen was working hard to dig. The bully suddenly shouted at Lin Chen. Lin Chen stopped what he was doing, turned into a cat face, wiped his sweat and crawled out of the pit. "What's wrong?" Lin Chen asked the bully. As soon as he finished speaking, Lin Chen saw not far away, 3 people wearing school uniforms with the word Lily of the Valley on them came towards Lin Chen with their own spiritual beasts. The all-seeing eye, Lin Chen raised his eyebrows and looked at the 3 guys. Name, Black Rock Dog. Qualification, Gold. Rank, Black Iron 9th level. Name, King Ian Songbird. Qualification, Gold. Rank, Black Iron level 9. Name, Shui Mioha. Qualification, Gold. Rank, Black Iron level 9. 3 unlucky guys, or the lucky one, Lin Chen murmured. The star beasts of the 3 of them all have gold qualifications, not high but not low either. They are pretty good, but in comparison, they are still far behind. As for what Lin Chen said, whether you are an unlucky guy or a lucky guy, it all depends on how these 3 guys choose. Black Rock Dog. To stab. Soft singing bird. Hypnotic sound. Water meow monkey, heavy water. The moment these 3 guys saw Lin Chen, they launched an attack without hesitation. He looks like an unlucky guy. Bully, deal with that bird first, Lin Chen said to the bully. With a hint of fighting intent in his eyes, the bully disappeared instantly, and the elemental body reappeared above the head of the light-sounding songbird. The short legs were shining with light. Cha, light speed kick, 1 kick fell. Golden light rose. The light songbird was instantly scrapped and fell to the ground and passed out. The other 2 laser rays instantly killed the Black Rock Dog and Shui Meow Monkey. Therefore, these 3 are indeed unlucky. Lin Chen murmured. How can it be? Soft singing bird. Shui Meow Monkey. Continue, Lin Chen said slowly, and the bully appeared in front of the trio without any hesitation with a crazy smile on his face. Is your choice to quit now, or should I help you? Lin Chen's voice sounded. The faces of the trio became a little ugly. Originally, there was only one guy left alone because he was a soft persimmon, but I didn't expect this guy to be so strong. Although their faces were ugly, there was nothing they could do next. The Beast Master will end up fighting with the Star Beast? Do you want to eat shit? Maybe in the future, but now. Everyone is rubbish. Black Iron, they may have ideas about having anal sex with Lin Chen, but looking at the bully in front of them, they had no idea at all. In order to avoid being severely beaten, the trio chose to follow their hearts and press teleport themselves, leaving the secret realm of elements. Bullies, keep on alert. Lin Chen touched his chin and returned to the pit again. Continue his mining career. After almost an hour, Lin Chen climbed out of the pit with a full harvest. Let's go, bully. Looking for the next location, Lin Chen said to the bully with satisfaction. Lin Chen doesn't want too little of the light element crystal. Now that he has the opportunity, he will naturally get more. The bully pointed in a direction to Lin Chen and started to lead the way. Half an hour later, the bully appeared in a valley with Lin Chen. Lin Chen raised his eyebrows. Here, in addition to the light element, there was also a black demonic energy. Warcraft. Bully, are there any in this? Lin Chen looked at the bully and asked. The bully nodded. He gestured towards Lin Chen for a while. It probably meant that there were a lot of sparkling things inside, more than what he had just found. But there was a monster inside. As for why the bully knew that, according to the bully's meaning, those light elements told it. After a little hesitation, Lin Chen decided to go in and have a look. He didn't want to do anything to these monsters at first. After all, these monsters were reasonable and too troublesome. For Lin Chen he said, "It's best if you don't fight. Just keep your strength and get into the top 10,000. Then fight casually and get admitted into the top 10 schools, that's it." However, there is no way, according to what the bully said, the things inside are really too much. "Damn it, bully, let's go," Lin Chen said in a deep voice. The bully led the way, and Lin Chen followed behind with a shovel. Soon a huge creature appeared in front of Lin Chen, as big as an elephant, with dark scales. Like a wild boar. A monster, a ghost-scaled pig. The scales on its body were like ghost faces. It got its name. It's not very powerful, but it ranks high among the black iron level monsters. The defense is also amazing. But the meat on its body is delicious. Lin Chen touched his belly and felt a little hungry, mining. After digging for a long time, Lin Chen was really hungry. Without any hesitation, Lin Chen directly summoned Lei Jiao. Roar, Lei Jiao growled and discovered the ghost-scaled pig. Needless to say, star beasts and monsters are mortal enemies. Jiao, join forces with the bully, remember to show no mercy. Lin Chen said slowly. Just roar. You know about sneak attacks, don't rush in like a fool, keep your voice down. Lin Chen said softly. Roar, Lei Jiao looked at Lin Chen with disdain. There was also a trace of confusion in the bully's eyes. What do you mean by this? This is to teach you that soldiers never tire of deceit, and fools often die the quickest. Why make things difficult when they can be solved easily? Lin Chen looked at the bully and Jiao and started educating them directly. Now that the monster is sleeping, this is the best opportunity. Jiao, use the destructive lightning, and the bully uses the laser, aiming at the pig's head. One hit kills, you understand, Lin Chen said softly. Contempt is due to contempt, but Lei Jiao and the bully still did as Lin Chen said. The purple thunder was jumping. The golden flash was jumping. A wrist-thick thunder light directly hit the ghost-scale pig, followed by a golden flash. Hitting the same location one after another. The ghost-scaled pig's head exploded directly. You see, this was solved easily soon, how can it be such a troublesome thing? Lin Chen said while educating the bully and Lei Jiao. Roar, Lei Jiao roared to express her disapproval. What are you yelling about? It's better to fight like a fool and get yourself injured, right? Lin Chen said angrily. The bully nodded thoughtfully from the side. Roar, Lei Jiao roared again, in one sentence, I don't agree. But Lin Chen didn't care. Lei Jiao belongs to the species of dragon beast. In addition, her character is a bit arrogant and has her own temper. It will be very difficult to change it. Trouble. But the bully is different. Seeing the bully understand what he means, Lin Chen is very satisfied. Beast Tamer, Divine Beast Tamer. Author, I am Lao Wu. Chapter 22. Let's go, eat first, and then go mining, Lin Chen said to Lei Jiao and the bully. Bullies and Lei Jiao can also eat, but they mostly eat spiritual fruits and the like. Meat is rarely eaten, unless it's Warcraft meat. This has very good nutritional value for them. A ghost-scaled pig the size of an elephant. Throw away everything that is not used, and there are still thousands of kilograms of meat left. Lin Chen directly took out what he had prepared, seasonings and the like. Take it out. Then light a fire for Lei Jiao, which means using thunder to chop the wood and burn it. After preparing meat for Lei Jiao and the bully one after another. One pig leg for each. Lin Chen then grilled the meat for himself. After eating and drinking, and taking a good rest, Lin Chen started mining. Xiao Sa, who was watching the live broadcast outside, twitched the corner of his mouth while watching Lin Chen's operation, and almost blinded his eyes. He had seen many candidates Xiao this is the first time I feel weird. Who the hell brings seasonings, grills, and pans to the exam? I'm afraid there's something wrong with this bee's thinking. If this brat doesn't get into the top 10 universities, Xiao watched Lin Chen's operation and thought slowly in her heart. He was so nervous that Lin Chen finally treated the college entrance examination competition as a picnic. Lin Chen started his own mining business again. 3 hours later, Lin Chen harvested again, 3,000 light element crystals. Start getting ready to rest. It was almost night, so I found a safer cave in the canyon and blocked the entrance. Bully, take turns keeping vigil with Jiao Xiao. After a simple meal, Lin Chen was very tired. He had been mining for a day. This was physical work and he needed a good rest. Not only physically, but also mentally. This can be considered a miner, Lin Chen's last thought before going to bed. At night, the entire secret realm was a little quieter, but it was not much better. But it was much better than during the day. Do you all need to rest, boss? A few people stood at the top of the pyramid. Entered the bronze level. The rest is just black iron. Bronze and black iron are completely different. Want to defy the sky? Unless the enemy is crazy, not even Lin Chen can do it. The bronze level beast master can already synchronize with the star beast. What is synchronization? That is, the beast master can already use the power of the star beast initially. For example, after Lin Chen breaks through the bronze, he can synchronize with the bully. After synchronization, the bully's strength is the same as Lin Chen's. Chen's strength will be improved, and Lin Chen will also be able to use bully skills and other things. To put it bluntly, the referee personally goes to the field to beat people, understand? The next morning, Lin Chen woke up and stretched. Fortunately, there are no symptoms such as soreness in the waist. After all, he is now a man with spiritual power. With the nourishment of spiritual power, Lin Chen's body has long since recovered. Just eat something simple. Lin Chen started mining again. Start your own career as a miner. The flower in my heart, I want to take you home. In that late night bar, Lin Chen was waving the mining pick and humming at the same time. A black shadow soared into the sky. No, to be precise, it fell from the sky. Lin Chen was stunned. What's the situation? A sister Lin fell from the sky. Who the hell is digging holes in the road? So unmerciful, the woman wearing a JK uniform with the word Linghui written on it covered her waist and got up from the ground. Lin Chen touched his nose and looked at the mining pick in his hand with some embarrassment. Then, he looked, the entrance of the cave is almost 4 or 5 meters deep. This lady, although I know I am handsome, there is no need to stare at me like this, Lin Chen said to Lin Yuyu with his pretty face, showing his white teeth. To put it simply, he looked like a ghost, especially in this dark cave. Ah! Ghost, Lin Yuyu shouted directly. Lin Chen. Stop! Stop! Lin Chen covered his ears, the terrifying decibels howled in his ears. Lin Chen felt like he was going deaf. What the hell? Lin Chen covered his ears, unable to bear it. Looking at Lin Yuyu's majestic justice, Lin Chen was heartbroken. He stretched out his claws and grabbed directly on Lin Yuyu's majestic and terrifying justice. The sound stopped. Now, the wind and waves have calmed down, and for a while, time and methods have solidified. Well, do you believe me when I say I didn't do it on purpose? Lin Chen said with a sneer, his paw still on Lin Yuyu's justice. He couldn't help but squeeze it. Lin Yuyu's pupils were filled with sparks. Her pretty face turned red. Rogue, I'm going to kill you. Lin Yuyu's eyes can almost spit out fire. Damn it, you're in trouble. Lin Chen looked at the bronze spiritual power emerging from Lin Yuyu's body. This little girl is still a bronze boss. Gan. Ahem, I said this was a misunderstanding, do you believe it? Lin Chen retracted his claws with a smile. 36 strategies, move the best. Escape first. Lin Chen touched the miner's hat on his head. He pointed at Lin Yu's back and said with a look of horror. Warcraft, be careful. Lin Yu was startled and turned around. There was no monster there, a dark wall. When he turned around, Lin Chen ran straight up the hole like a mouse, holding the bully in his arms. Summoning Chu Lei Jiao Xiao. Jiao Xiao, go quickly, Lin Chen directly rode on Lei Jiao Xiao. Roar, Lei Jiao Xiao roared with a full roar. But then a terrifying spiritual power came from the cave. Rogue, I'm going to kill you, a white figure rushed out of the hole. Lei Jiao Xiao didn't hesitate at all. Electric arc appeared on her body and turned into a purple light and ran straight away. Outside world. Time goes back a little. Xiao Sa looked helplessly at the miner. Lin Chen was thinking about what he was doing, hoping for this unreliable thing. When Lin Yu walked in from the other side of the valley, Xiao Sa was already desperate. He felt that Lin Chen was eliminated. Lin Yu. Shen Langxing, a direct descendant of the Lin family. He also has god-level qualifications. And his strength is still bronze level. But what happened next made Xiao Sa feel terrible. Lin Yu came from the other side of the valley, so the bully on guard didn't notice. Lin Yu also looked around carelessly, not paying attention to her feet. She lost her balance and fell directly into the hole dug by Lin Chen. What happened next? The scene was broadcast live. Xiao Sa couldn't help but laugh out loud, this brat is really a talent. You are listening to novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Beast Tamer, Divine Beast Tamer. Author, I am Lao Wu. Chapter 23. The entire Shenglan planet is in a state of panic. Lin Yu, the Lin family of Saint Langxing, although not as good as the Wu family, the first family of Saint Langxing, is not much weaker, and the Wu family even needs to rely on the Lin family in some aspects. The little princess of the Lin family, Lin Yu, is the apple of the eyes of the current head of the Lin family and a direct descendant of the serious Lin family. I don't know how many people are staring at this little princess. Want to win the heart. But now, everyone's eyes are a little twitchy, especially the two black palm prints on Lin Yu's chest, how conspicuous they are under the support of white clothes. In an instant, I don't know how many people wanted to chop Lin Chen into pieces. Rogue, I'm going to kill you, Lin Yu followed closely and turned into a white light. A winged cloud tiger was chasing Lin Chen in the sky. The all-seeing eye, Lin Chen turned around and looked at the winged cloud tiger at Lin Yu's feet. Name, Winged Cloud Tiger. Qualification, Legend. Rank, Bronze Level 1. Attributes, Wind, Thunder. What a tigress, Lin Chen clicked his tongue, but now we don't have time to carefully observe the specific attributes of the winged cloud tiger. We can't be sure. Jiao Xiao, the legendary qualified winged cloud tiger, is definitely no match. I don't know if the potential value was developed before evolution. How much, but looking at the body shape and mental state, it is definitely not low. And it has evolved once, from the cloud cat? Thinking of this, Lin Chen couldn't help but want to say one word. Gan. I don't know about bullies, but it is difficult to estimate. The only advantage of the bully is the potential value. It has been developed to 70%, which can be said to be unprecedented. The bully that has been developed to 70% is not as simple as it seems on the surface. At least Lin Chen feels that he can intervene. As for Winged Cloud Tiger, although he is defeated, he will not be defeated directly. He can still fight. I don't know whether he will win or lose, but what is certain is that it is not that simple to win with Winged Cloud Tiger. More or level suppression. Synchronize, Lin Yuyu's cold voice sounded. Damn it, this woman is serious. Lin Chen looked at the winged cloud tiger and Lin Yuyu, both of whom were glowing with white light. Yunhu's thunder light breaks, Lin Yuyu, winged cloud tiger releases skills at the same time. It's just that one is the mouth and the other is the hand. This is so embarrassing. Lin Chen's face turned dark when he saw those two white rays of light. What the hell, something is going on. Bully, Lin Chen said to the bully. Just, the bully nodded and jumped directly onto Lin Chen's shoulders. Golden light gathered in the bully's hands. Light soldier elves, elemental mimicry? What's the effect? Lin Yuyu said with disdain. It's not that Lin Yuyu looks down on the light soldier elf, it's the gap. Such a gap is not something that one light soldier elf can make up for. Xiao Xiao, speed up. Lin Chen said in a deep voice. Roar, Lei Jiao Jiao roared, purple electric arcs jumped on her body, stimulating her own cells, and her speed increased to another level. Who is Lin Chen, a time traveler? What is the most powerful thing about a time traveler? Gold finger. This can be counted, the most important thing is the traveler's knowledge of transcending this world. This is the biggest cheat. This is also the result of Lei Jiao's special training in the past 10 days. It is similar to the Raikage in Naruto, who uses thunder and lightning to stimulate his own cells. It can not only accelerate but also exercise one's own body. Lei Jiao narrowly avoided 2 lightning bolts. The weapon in the bully's hand also condensed into shape, perhaps on purpose. This time the Uzi in the bully's hand condensed. It took almost half a minute. Times have changed, my lord. Bullies, open fire. Lin Chen said in a deep voice. Just, the bully has a fanatical, evil smile on his face. Pull the trigger. The golden bullets cover Lin Yuyu and the winged cloud tiger like raindrops. The green hills remain unchanged and the green waters flow forever. Hyuniu, we will see you later. Goodbye. Farewell. No need to send you off, Lin Chen's voice came from far away. In order to prevent Lin Yuyu from being injured, the winged cloud tiger had to stop and make a defensive posture. The golden barrage was like raindrops. It was not as simple as 2 thunderbolts. If you don't defend yourself, if you resist hard, Lin Yuyu will not be able to withstand it even if he is bronze. Damn bastard, Lin Yuyu looked at Lin Chen who disappeared without a trace and said with gritted teeth. Xiaobai, let's chase. Lin Yuyu didn't intend to give up just like that. Although she didn't know where Lin Chen ran, she followed Lin Chen's instructions and chased after him. The outside world. Xiao Sa raised his eyebrows and looked at the condensed spot in the bully's hand. Uzi, I feel a little surprised, but the time to condense is too long. It is impossible for others to give you such a long time for a head-on fight. Light Soldier Elf, the ultimate Light Soldier Elf, Xiao Sa said with a hint of regret, but the learning ability of the bully really surprised Xiao Sa. Xiao Sa had known this for a long time. This was the first time that a simple bully used such a skill, an elemental mimicry. Skills, it's good to be able to play well. Lin Chen didn't stop all the way. That tiger girl was a bit scary, so he had to run away first. Now is not the time to reveal his strength, being humble and low-key is the way to go. Crossing the light element area, Lin Chen passed by the earth element area without stopping, but took a rest and continued to rush towards the next thunder element area. After all, thunder attribute crystals are also what Lin Chen needs. The so-called potential value development does not only require the efforts of the star beasts, it also requires the accumulation of resources. Without resources, working hard is useless. On the other side, Wu Zhao just stood on the back of the golden Luan bird like a queen, sweeping directly from the water element area. Encounter basically, all the enemies were eliminated directly by Wu Zhao. The next area is the thunder element area. The thunder element area. Lin Chen found a safe place and rested directly. From the space ring, He took out yesterday's monster meat, simply sprinkled it with seasonings and ate it. I'm so hungry. Lei Jiao on the side was looking at Lin Chen with disgust, until Lin Chen handed it a piece of meat, the disgust in his eyes just disappeared. Belch, having a beautiful burp, Lin Chen slumped on the ground, leaning against the wall, touching his belly with a comfortable expression, and even wanted to take a nap. After touching the helmet on his head, Lin Chen didn't care about his image. Get ready to sleep for a while. The next moment. Bang! A huge explosion sounded, making Lin Chen tremble. Who the hell? Lin Chen had anger in his eyes, and as soon as he walked out of the cave, he saw an amazing scene. P.S. Asking for flowers, collections, rewards, and votes. Please support me from the big guys. To be honest, the big guys know how to call Lao for updates, but they don't support it. 5 updates every day is a lot, right? Only by supporting Lao can I be motivated. I sent the contract this morning, and then I went to buy cement and ate a bowl of noodles on the street. I just got home now, so there will be no rush for updates. At least it's a matter of time. Please help me guys. Support. Big discount for Dragon Boat Festival reading. Recharge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Grab a deposit now. Activity time, June 22nd to June 24th. Beast Tamer, Divine Beast Tamer. Author, I am Lao Wu. Chapter 24. Fight. 2 women are fighting. And it was really hot. These 2 women, Wu Zhao and Lin Yuyu. Roar, the winged cloud tiger roars. Phew, the golden feathered Luan bird roars. White thunder emerges and golden light blooms. This Hunyu and this woman are really reckless, Lin Chen thought slowly, and the anger in his heart disappeared. Sorry to bother you, let me say goodbye. Just when Lin Chen was about to leave, Lin Yuyu saw Lin Chen with an inadvertent glance. Gangster, go to hell, Lin Yuyu gave up on Wu Zhao and attacked Lin Chen. Damn it, Hunyu, your enemy is that iceberg woman, why are you looking for me? Lin Chen looked at Lin Yuyu who was approaching him and ran away without any hesitation. Who knew? Lin Yuyu's veins popped out on her forehead. Iceberg woman, Wu Zhao raised his eyebrows and looked at Lin Chen, and he also recognized Lin Chen. Bastard, please stop, you are a man who can only run away. Lin Yuyu looked at Lin Chen sitting on the purple thunder wolf dragon and was about to run away again. If you have the ability, don't pursue me. Lin Chen said without knowing a word. Talking. Who is afraid of whom? As a former keyboard warrior, talking is the best thing. Oops, I'm so angry. Why are you so angry? You just can't hit me. Are you angry? Are you angry? Lin Chen's humble voice sounded. Bastard, Yunhu's thunder and light are broken. Lin Yuyu was going crazy, especially with Lin Chen's despicable behavior. Wu Zhao drove the golden Luan bird like a golden light and stopped directly in front of Lin Chen. Lin Chen. This smelly bird flies so fast, Lin Chen was shocked. This bird has not evolved yet, but its strength has already broken through the bronze level. Mud, if you escape this time, you will break through no matter what. Lin Chen originally wanted to wait until the bully and Jiao's potential were fully developed before making a breakthrough. But now it seems that it is not possible, but the impact is not very big. Breakthroughs in strength have nothing to do with potential. Evolution only affects the potential value. Attack, Wu Zhao said calmly. The golden feathered Luan bird roared loudly. Countless golden lights rose up. Like sharp swords, they struck directly at Lin Chen with sharp light. Damn it, Lin Chen looked at these incoming golden swords with a dangerous light in his pupils. Jiao get away, Lin Chen said to Jiao. Lei Jiao has been speeding up for a long time. The purple thunder leaps on her body, stimulating the cells and bursting out at a terrifying speed. After images are directly pulled out on the ground. Hey, I don't think I did anything to you, right? Lin Chen looked at Wu Zhao angrily, with a hint of displeasure in his eyes. This woman launched an attack without saying a word. And she came with the intention of killing herself. We are all candidates, so what's the problem with killing you? Wu Zhao said calmly, his tone was calm, without any fluctuation. Lin Chen, is there a problem? Of course there is no problem, but now the tiger girl behind is chasing him, and the iceberg woman in front is blocking him. Damn. What a fool. Gangster, go to hell. In a short period of time, Lin Yuyu had caught up and commanded the winged cloud tiger to attack Lin Chen directly. Again, Lin Chen had a hint of helplessness in his eyes. Both of them were bronze level. One-on-one, Lin Chen was still somewhat confident, but one-on-two, then Muchen would only have Liang, let alone the others. He could escape. It's all amazing. To be honest, if you have anything to do with me, elder sister, please discuss it carefully, and I won't be too much, right? Eliminating me won't do you any good, so why don't we join forces and kill that tiger girl first? Lin Chen said with a smile. Big sister? Am I very old? Wu Zhao raised his eyebrows, veins on his forehead jumped. This was the first time someone called him eldest sister. Lin Chen, a straight man, naturally didn't know what his problem was, so he continued to talk carelessly. Sister, to be honest, if we join forces, the strength of this tiger girl behind you will definitely be your strong rival. Let's get rid of it first, and then with your strength, eldest sister, as the champion of the St. Langxing College entrance examination competition, there will be no problem at all. How about it? Lin Chen said slowly. That's right, I refuse. Wu Zhao said lightly, looking at Lin Chen. Well, sister, do you agree to, what? Refused. Why? Lin Chen looked at Wu Zhao. No reason, just to see how unhappy you are. Wu Zhao looked at Lin Chen and said word by word. Lin Chen. Does the eldest sister really want to do this? Lin Chen looked at Hunio not far away and Wu Zhao in front of him. Attack, Wu Zhao said lightly, and the golden feathered Luen bird under his feet directly launched an attack. The golden thunder was raging towards Lin Chen. Roar, Jiao Jiao roared, and the purple thunder collided directly with the golden thunder. Dragon species, Wu Zhao looked at Lei Jiao Jiao beside Lin Chen and said word by word. Dragon beast species are far more powerful than ordinary star beasts, not for any reason, just because of the dragon blood in their bodies. There's nothing you can do about it, it's your fault than mine, Lin Chen said slowly. He was full of momentum. His face was serious. Jiao Jiao, use all your strength to destroy the thunder, Lin Chen said in a deep voice. The purple thunder jumped directly. Wu Zhao narrowed his eyes slightly and looked at Lei Jiao Jiao. It was dangerous. His intuition told him that the thunder beast in front of him was not simple. The potential value increased after absorbing the dragon's blood. Lei Jiao Jiao, who has directly reached 60%, is not weak. Even an ordinary peak bronze Lei Jiao Jiao will not be much weaker. This is the strength and confidence of a dragon beast. The destructive thunder beam it just burst out. Block it, Wu Zhao said softly, with a hint of seriousness in his tone. This is not a simple matter. Even Wu Zhao did not dare to underestimate this Lei Guang. Lei Jiao Jiao looked at Wu Zhao and Jin with high fighting spirit Yuliuanaya. The next moment, Lin Chen was riding directly on Lei Jiao Jiao's back. Walk, Lin Chen directly chose to run away first. This was not cowardice, but a strategic retreat. After all, he is a black iron, and he is a bronze player. If he really fights, wouldn't he be looking for death? Being tough is not Lin Chen's style. Run away, run away. Beast Tamer, Divine Beast Tamer. Author, I am Lao Wu. Chapter 25. Walk. Who allowed you to leave? Wu Zhao's voice sounded. Mud, this crazy woman. Lin Chen looked angrily at the golden feathered Luen bird that rushed out of the smoke like a golden sword. Gangster, go to hell. Lin Yu's voice is also approaching. Gan, Lin Chen looked at this guy Wu Zhao angrily. Now Lin Chen understood that this guy did it on purpose, just to leave himself, and then waited until Lin Yu came over. No, if this continues, it will definitely be GG. Lin Chen was a little anxious in his heart, but he didn't show it. Now these two women are both geniuses with God-level qualifications. Such existences are definitely not weaklings, and they come from big families. To be fair, Lin Chen, it's hard to say one-on-one, let alone two-on-one. Rogue, finally, let me catch you. Lin Yu walked towards Lin Chen step by step and said through gritted teeth. Ahem, that tiger girl, I didn't mean it. Lin Chen touched his nose. Looking at the two black claws, he said with some embarrassment. Oh? Is that intentional? Lin Yu looked at Lin Chen with a half smile and said. Ahem, definitely not, Huniu, the matter between us will be resolved later, but now there is still an enemy, Lin Chen said slowly. He pointed his finger at Wu Zhao, who was watching the show above the sky, and said. In terms of my strength, Hai Tai is definitely no match for you, Huniu, but that cold woman, right, is an equal opponent to you. Now she is waiting for us to kill each other, and then she will take advantage. Why don't we join forces first? Kill her. Lin Chen said slowly, with a hint of coldness in his eyes. I am no match for you, but she is not, Lin Chen said with deep meaning. Wu Zhao looked at all this coldly, and she was confident that she could suppress it even if Lin Chen and Lin Yu joined forces. Lin Yu hesitated. Lin Chen said nothing. The problem, she also knew in her heart, when it came to fighting, she was really not Wu Zhao's opponent. Lin Chen's claim that they were evenly matched was just bragging. In a real battle, she should be weaker. If she fights Lin Chen first now, she will. If Wu Zhao really took advantage and was eliminated at the wrong time, that would be a real loss. Lin Chen's strength, although he doesn't want to admit it, seems to be really good so far. The two of them are really good. It may not be impossible to fight Wu Zhao if we join forces. Good, Lin Yu hesitated for a moment and calmed down. Wu Zhao's attitude was already clear. He wanted to sweep everything. Whether it was himself or Lin Chen, they would definitely not be able to defeat each other alone. In other words, they can only join forces now. Have you joined forces? Interesting, so what if we join forces? Wu Zhao said lightly and looked at Lin Yu and Lin Chen, both of whom have God-level qualifications. Wu Zhao really looked down on a young lady like Lin Yu. Damn, her, Lin Yu got angry and added Wu Zhao's words. Okay, no problem, Huniu, Lin Chen nodded, feeling a little angry in his heart. This woman is always looking for trouble for him as if she is sick. It would be a lie to say that he is not angry. Damn. Don't call me Huniu, my name is Lin Yu, Lin Yu said to Lin Chen angrily. Okay Huniu, I know Huniu, Lin Chen nodded. Lin Yu has a toothache. On, Lin Yu said to Lin Chen. White thunder appeared on his body and turned on simultaneously. Lin Chen looked around and took out a black physics holy sword, a crowbar, from the space ring. Damn it, if you don't teach a lesson to a bitch like you really think I'm a vegetarian, Lin Chen looked at Wu Zhao and murmured. Xiao, bullies, you help that tiger with wings, for that dead bird. Lin Chen said slowly, giving Bully and Xiao a look. It means, just mean it, just paddle. Just, the bully nodded understandingly. Xiao had a hint of disdain in her eyes, but she still nodded. Well done, Lin Chen said slowly, looking at Xiao and Bully with a meaningful smile. Finally, he looked at Lin Yu, who had entered synchrony, but was suppressed and beaten by Wu Zhao. Huniu, don't panic, I'm here to help you. Lin Chen rushed forward with a crowbar. You damn gangster, you told me to call my name, Lin Yu said angrily. Fall down. Lin Chen took the crowbar and poured spiritual energy into it, then hit it directly on the back of Wu Zhao's head. Bang! Wu Zhao's head shook. Golden spiritual energy wrapped around the back of his head, but he was also hit dizzy by the huge force. His head was spinning. Golden light flashed. Lin Chen just rolled on the ground and dodged. Looking at Wu Zhao's feet, he stretched out his paws and grabbed Wu Zhao's feet. Wu Zhao's body trembled stiff, then looked at Lin Chen with unspeakable anger in his eyes. Damn it, Lin Chen looked at his paws and thought with some aftertaste, they were a bit soft, ice-cold, and very silky. Wrong, Lin Chen looked at Wu Zhao and Lin Yu. It can be said that the battle between the two is not on the same level. The all-seeing eye. Name, Wu Zhao. Qualification, God level, Super God level. Talent, 10 times blessing, can bless one's own abilities 10 times. Note, can grow. Gan, Lin Chen looked at Wu Zhao's attribute panel dumbfounded. Even if his special qualification is a super god qualification, he said it was a god level to the outside world to hide this. Lin Chen can understand it. After all, she is a queen-like figure. There is such a thing, his qualifications are not surprising, but this talent is too much. With 10 times the blessing, you can still grow. Why don't you go to heaven? This guy is the protagonist of this era, Lin Chen thought slowly. Ouch, he was directly kicked out by Wu Zhao. He rubbed his chest and looked at Lin Yu with a grin on his face. Name, Lin Yu. Qualification, God-level talent, potential burst, a short burst of his own potential, the potential of the living star beast. MMP Lin Chen scolded angrily. None of these guys are simple. They are just playing chicken. If you compare like this, your omniscient eye will not be good. Oh my god, these monsters, if they didn't have the highest qualifications of the emperor, they would be worse than just playing chicken, not even as good as a woman, Lin Chen thought slowly. How long are you going to stay here, gangster? Lin Yu's voice came over. Who is lying down? I am obviously sitting down, and my name is not a gangster, my name is Lin Chen. Maybe 500 years ago, we were still a family, Lin Chen said angrily. He stood up from the ground and looked at Wu Zhao with slightly squinted eyes. How about super god qualifications, and how about holding 10 times more? It is still bronze now, the difference is not big, there is a chance, these are all in terms of potential, although it can explode now, but how much it can explode, the gap is not so big that it is desperate. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Beast Tamer, Divine Beast Tamer. Author, I am Lao Wu. Chapter 26. If there is a chance, the potential will explode. According to the current stage, Hunio's explosive strength will not be weaker than this iceberg, Lin Chen slowly calculated in his heart. One is a limited tenfold blessing. But there is a limit. Hunio's talent is the potential explosion, and the potential explosion of God-level qualifications must be higher than the tenfold blessing. Done, Lin Chen looked at Wu Zhao. He rushed up again with the crowbar. Without synchronized blessing, Lin Chen could only rely on his own spiritual power to fight Wu Zhao. But this time Lin Chen was not born, but quietly approached Wu Zhao. After all, Lin Chen's heart still hurts from that kick just now. This thing, it hurts more than a donkey's kick. It seems like something strange has been exposed. Finally, at the moment when Wu Zhao and Lin Yu were in a stalemate, in these few seconds, Lin Chen found an opportunity. His figure crushed the ground like a cheetah and rushed towards the back of Wu Zhao's head. Damn it, fall down, Lin Chen roared angrily and used all his strength to cover the holy sword with spiritual power, and struck directly at the back of Wu Zhao's head. There was a bang. Lin Chen almost split on the spot. The holy sword was directly smashed. Bent. So hard, Lin Chen saw a physical holy sword in the shape of the back of his head appearing in his hand. Wu Zhao also suppressed the dizziness in his head and forced Lin Yuyu back. He turned to look at Lin Chen with fire in his eyes. "Boss, sorry to bother you, please get out of here, please continue," Lin Chen said with a sneer on his face. "Go to hell," Wu Zhao was angry. This was the first time he saw such a dishonest man. He actually attacked sneakily. Even if he attacked once, he attacked again and again. 10 times the blessing, the black hair on the back of Wu Zhao's head is automatically activated. Just like the explosive energy in the game, bright golden spiritual power rises from his body, and golden thunder interweaves. Damn it, cool. Get rid of it, Lin Chen looked at Wu Zhao in front of him. 10 times the blessing, this guy is serious. Potential bursts, another voice sounded, which sounded like the sound of nature to Lin Chen. "Hu Niu, save me," Lin Chen shouted immediately. "Don't even think about it," Wu Zhao takes action directly. "Hey, you guy, do you think I don't exist?" Lin Yuyu instantly appeared in front of Lin Chen like a ghost, and was struck by Wu Zhao. The white spiritual energy mixed with thunder and golden thunder collided together. Lin Chen pushed it away without hesitation. "I can't get my hands on it now." Lin Chen looked at the scrapped physics holy sword in his hand and looked at the battle situation. Now Wu Zhao and Lin Yuyu are fighting evenly. As for the star beast, the golden feathered Luen bird is suppressed by hate. Lin Chen blew a whistle. The bully understood instantly. Lei Jiao was a little reluctant but still took Lin Chen away. "I will come back, this time I will retreat strategically." "Wait for me," Lin Chen left a word and ran away. He left the thunder attribute area. As soon as he left, Lei Jiao growled in displeasure. "Don't worry, we will be back. Return to the light attribute area first and let the bullies break through. Only after breaking through can we have a chance to fight them," Lin Chen said in a deep voice. "When the time comes, dig for thunder attribute crystals to help you break through," Lin Chen said in a deep voice. "Roar," Lei Jiao roared, agreeing with Lin Chen's idea. "Walk," Lin Chen took Lei Jiao and the bully and returned to the light attribute area. He took out a few hundred of the thousands of light attribute crystals he had dug and placed them next to the bully. The bully had already it is possible to break through, but Lin Chen has been suppressing it, hoping to wait until the potential reaches 100% before breaking through. This may be better. But now, 2 bronze bosses are targeting him. If he doesn't break through, he will still be like this. Dragging it is asking for death. So Lin Chen doesn't hesitate. "Let's start," Lin Chen looked at the bully and nodded. "It's a breakthrough, not an evolution," Lin Chen said to the bully. "Just," the bully nodded and began to absorb these light attribute crystals. 100, 200, 500. A total of 500. The light attribute crystal was absorbed by the bully, and he made a breakthrough. This is more than Lin Chen thought. But this also illustrates how terrifying the potential of bullies is. Coming, Lin Chen sat cross-legged in the cave, running the titanium immortal body given by Xiao Sa and began to practice. Xiao Sa gave Lin Chen the titanium immortal body the day before the college entrance examination. Lin Chen also asked the end why. Xiao Sa said something. "Why, it's a gift for my brother, what's the problem?" Xiao Sa said with a smile. Lin Chen didn't say anything, he just kept this kindness in his heart. At the same time as the bully broke through, a force came to Lin Chen from somewhere. Feedback. As an emperor-level qualification, Lin Chen Xiaodao's feedback is 10% of that of the Star Beast. Although it is only 10%, it is still a huge amount of energy for humans. Titanium is immortal, titanium pole is immortal, Energy lasts forever. Lin Chen began to endure the pain in his body and made a breakthrough. Blood appeared on Lin Chen's body. Terrifying energy was stirring in Lin Chen's body, constantly infusing every cell of Lin Chen. Transformation and sublimation are carried out in Lin Chen's body. Time is passing by little by little. Compared to the star beast who is the darling of heaven and earth, the bully's breakthrough is as simple as drinking water, but Lin Chen's breakthrough is like constipation, long, painful, and extremely uncomfortable. In one day, Lin Chen also broke through to the bronze level. At least he could face Lin Yuya or Wu Zhao in another battle. Lin Chen didn't know exactly how it was, but he wouldn't be in such a mess anymore. Synchronize, Lin Chen looked at the bully. The golden light rose up on the bully and Lin Chen, and then disappeared. This feeling, Lin Chen felt the power in his body, the power of light. With a thought, Lin Chen watched his arm turn into a light spot. Elemental. With a hint of understanding in his eyes, he had indeed mastered the ability of the bully. This is the beast control. The power of synchronization can be used to use the power of the star beast. In this case, even if you encounter that iceberg or Hunyu, you will not lose, Lin Chen murmured. The ability he has mastered can be said to be a super standard ability. The hands started to synchronize. Lin Chen looked at the attributes of the bully. He wanted to see what changes the bully had after the breakthrough. After all, before the bully has never broken through because he is afraid of the repercussions. This is what Lin Chen doesn't want to see. Beast Tamer, Divine Beast Tamer. Author, I am Lao Wu. Chapter 27. The All-Seeing Eye. Lin Chen looked at the bully and opened his omniscient eyes. Name, Light Soldier Elf, Bully. Potential value, 50%, undeveloped 50%. Qualification, Legend. Rank, Bronze Level 1. Sure enough, this still has an impact, even if it is a breakthrough. 20% of the development rate is dropped, Lin Chen slowly thought. Fortunately nothing else has changed. Overall, the strength has not declined, but has improved. Lin Chen nodded, still very satisfied with this. The next step is to fully develop the potential of the bully. Then choose an evolutionary form to let the bully evolve. But now, Lin Chen looked at Jiao Jiao. Jiao Jiao also wanted to break through, so she asked Lei Jiao Jiao to break through to bronze. She could also use synchronization when she fell back. In this way, it would be no problem to switch synchronization between the light attribute and the thunder attribute. Think of this. Let's go, Jiao Jiao, back to the thunder attribute area. Lin Chen said to Jiao Jiao with a smile on his face. Roar, Jiao Jiao roared. There was a hint of excitement in her eyes. Just, the bully also shouted, jumped directly on Lin Chen's shoulders, and set off. The thunder attribute area. One day ago, two beauties of the sky fought here, resulting in not many people here. Lin Chen's eyes were filled with laughter with a trace of surprise. He looked at the place where he left. Apparently after he left, the two women fought for a long time before they separated. As for elimination, Lin Chen thought it was impossible. The strength of the two completely broke out and they were evenly matched. I really want to. It is really impossible to eliminate the other party. The worst case scenario is that both of them are eliminated at the same time. These two people are not stupid enough. Thinking of this, Lin Chen stopped thinking about it and started his own mining business. The old rules, it's just that the bully was replaced by Jiao Jiao. Jiao Jiao, wherever the thunder attribute is strongest, we will go there. Lin Chen said this to Jiao Jiao. Roar, Jiao Jiao nodded and led Lin Chen to stare at a mountain peak. Where is the abundant thunder attribute spiritual power? Here, Lin Chen looked at the top of the mountain. Jiao Jiao used her claws to dig out a pit. She took out the crime tools and started digging directly. As a miner, what is the happiest time? Of course it is when you find the mine. Sure enough, it didn't take long for Lin Chen to dig up purple thunder attribute crystals. Lei Jiaojiao, who was watching from the side, became even more excited. This was good news for her. As long as there are enough thunder attribute crystals, she just be able to break through. In the next 2 days, Lin Chen was immersed in mining. As a hard-working miner. As time goes by, more and more people are eliminated, and those who remain are more or less. The one who is capable is not far away from 10,000. The competition has become more fierce, and the entire secret realm has rarely calmed down. And Lin Chen looked at Jiao Jiao, who had absorbed 400 thunder attribute crystals and fell into a deep sleep, and I'm also ready. This is the Beast Master. When the Beast Master breaks through, he can also break through without having to practice hard. This is the advantage of the Beast Master. Lei Jiao Jiao's limit is 400 thunder attributes. The crystal stone, relatively speaking, is pretty good. Although it is not as good as the bully, it is far better than other similar ones. One day later, the Lei Jiao Jiao attribute, advanced bronze, and feedback came as scheduled. Lin Chen closed his eyes and started practicing. The titanium immortal body started to move, and traces of gray appeared on Lin Chen's body. This was a sign of the titanium immortal god's entrance. Lei Jiao Jiao also became more and more powerful, and the scales on her body were like metal. The purple thunder was beating. Lin Chen was also making a breakthrough. From bronze level 1 to bronze level 2. By the time Lin Chen woke up, 3 hours had passed. The speed of this breakthrough is really fast. Lin Chen murmured, clenching his fists, and the bones all over his body were crackling. Comfortable, Lin Chen felt his own strength and nodded with satisfaction. In the following time, Lin Chen began to run around the secret realm. There were thousands of light attribute crystals and thunder attribute crystals in the space ring. It was enough for the time being. As for other attributes, it all depends on luck. After all, Jiao Jiao and Bully both have a single attribute and have no other attributes. Finding other elemental crystals depends entirely on luck. Don't worry if you can't find Lin Chen, just take your time. Fire attribute area. Lin Chen grinned and looked at the pile of fire attribute crystals at his feet. Yes, it was another fruitful day. Found you, gangster, a cold voice sounded. Lin Chen looked at the direction from which the voice came. Wu Zhao. Crazy woman, it's you. Lin Chen looked at Wu Zhao, and the next moment he covered his mouth, saying what was in his heart. Crazy woman, veins popped up on Wu Zhao's forehead. The outside world. Xiao Sa drank the water of life and watched Lin Chen meet Wu Zhao again, with a glimmer of expectation in his heart. Xiao Sa saw Lin Chen's performance, not just his strength. This is true in terms of both physical and mental aspects. Although sometimes it is out of tune, I have to say that Lin Chen's performance is really good. Knock me out of the game. Golden light rises from Wu Zhao's body. It unfolds simultaneously. Who is afraid of whom? Golden light also rose from Lin Chen's body, and the power of light attribute bloomed. Before, Heitai was very angry when he met Wu Zhao. Now, Lin Chen is not afraid at all. Who is afraid of whom? If you want anal, come on yet. We hurt each other. A golden light burst out directly. Laser. Danger. Wu Zhao felt his heart pounding for no reason. The golden thunder burst out directly and collided with the laser. It set off a terrible explosion. This guy, Wu Zhao, had a solemn look in his eyes. The light he had just obtained was enough to threaten him. In just 3 days of not seeing each other, this guy has become so strong. Where are you looking? Lin Chen's figure appeared behind Wu Zhao. Excuse me, have you ever been kicked at the speed of light? Lin Chen touched his chin with one hand and looked at Wu Zhao's foot rising with a golden flash. 10 times the blessing, the golden arrogance from Wu Zhao's body burst out directly. There was no holding back or hesitation. 10 times the blessing bloomed. Bang! Wu Zhao was kicked out by Lin Chen like a cannonball directly from the back of the golden Luan bird. "Hello, silly bird," Lin Chen looked at the golden feathered Luan bird with a hint of playfulness in his eyes. The golden light on one foot rose again. Bang! The golden feathered Luan bird directly stepped into Wu Zhao's footsteps, shooting out of the sky like a cannonball. It also shot into the ground. "You guy," Wu Zhao soared directly into the sky from the ground. "Don't be too proud of me," the veins on Wu Zhao's pure white forehead jumped. The golden arrogance turned into a terrifying thunder and bit Lin Chen. Beast Tamer, Divine Beast Tamer. Author, I am Lao Wu. Chapter 28. Lin Chen squinted his eyes slightly and looked at the golden thunder, almost turning into a dragon and biting towards him. Because of synchronization and mastering the power of light, Lin Chen was able to briefly appear in the sky. Sure enough, with 10 times the blessing, it was still too troublesome, Lin Chen murmured. With 10 times the talent, Wu Zhao's strength has been improved to the extreme. After all, he is a super talent. Do you really think Wu Zhao is a pig? Lin Chen dodged directly. Asshole, looking at Lin Chen who was hiding away, Wu Zhao gritted his teeth and attacked Lin Chen like a sharp sword, with metallic power surging. A trace of sharp gold appeared on Wu Zhao's white palm, with a sharp aura directly slashing towards Lin Chen. Lin Chen ducked sideways without haste, not facing Wu Zhao who was now at his peak. In terms of attributes, Wu Zhao, in addition to being in sync with the golden feathered Luan bird, also had a golden, 2 attributes of thunder. Of these 2 attributes, gold has the ultimate sharpness, and thunder has terrifying destructive capabilities. In terms of attributes, Lin Chen is not pleasing to the eye. And Wu Zhao is not rubbish, he is a true genius with super divine qualifications. The genius, with 10 times the blessing, at least Lin Chen is no match for the front. There is a saying that this is indeed the case. But the only advantage of Lin Chen is speed. The speed is far more than Wu Zhao, this is also Lin Chen be confident and willing. After all, neither gold nor thunder can match the speed of light. It's too slow. Lin Chen said leisurely, avoiding Wu Zhao's attack with ease. Damn bastard, Wu Zhao is a little angry, thief angry, crazy angry. This is the first time since he was born that he has met a man who makes him so angry. This man is despicable, and his fighting style is also different. Sneak attacks, dirty tricks, he can also hit with a sap. This is the first time I have seen such a dishonest man. The battles in the past few days are still vivid in my mind. Although Lin Chen only took action twice, both times were dirty tricks. Knock on the sap. Extremely bad. If you have the ability, don't hide. Wu Zhao looked at Lin Chen with fire in his eyes. Lin Chen stood there, buttoned his nose, flicked his boogers, and said cowardly, "Do you think I'm a fool? Don't use your talent if you have the ability." "You," Wu Zhao was furious and looked at Lin Chen angrily. "You are still not a man," Wu Zhao looked at Lin Chen with anger in his eyes. "Isn't it? You'll know after you try it," Lin Chen winked and looked at Wu Zhao with raised eyebrows. Asshole, this is the first time Wu Zhao feels that there is fire in his heart and nowhere to vent. How can this man be so mean? "Oh, I'm in a hurry, I'm in a hurry, you're in a hurry," Lin Chen said angrily from the side, with a mean smile on his face. Wu Zhao had anger in his eyes, took a deep breath, and tried to return his mentality to normal, but the next moment, Lin Chen's words Wu Zhao immediately went berserk. "Hey, Bingshan girl, your skin is really good, soft and smooth, with a hint of fragrance, not bad." Wu Zhao's face turned dark. Thinking of the battle a few days ago, this despicable guy fell down on the spot and grabbed his own feet in order to avoid his attack. Thinking of this, Wu Zhao's face turned white, the veins on my forehead popped out. "Bastard, you are looking for death," Wu Zhao gritted his teeth and looked at Lin Chen. "Can you put it in a fresher sentence? You are always an asshole, you are an asshole, so you don't have any fresh words," Lin Chen raised his eyebrows and said lightly. The golden thunder raged. It turned into a thunder net and enveloped Lin Chen directly. Lin Chen was shocked. How many skills does that stupid bird have? Teasing is teasing, Lin Chen still had doubts in his heart. After all, Wu Zhao's true strength has not been revealed yet. You must know that only this one of Wu Zhao's star beasts has appeared so far. And it was signed with Lei Jiaojiao at that time. So Wu Zhao's as for the first star beast, this is the star beast that Wu Zhao grew up with. Although its strength may be at the bronze level, it has at least evolved once. Although it is said that this kind of star beast is not allowed to be used in college entrance examination competitions, but it doesn't mean that you can't use their power. Synchronization is the best way. Evolution is the way for the star beast's strength to undergo qualitative transformation. Duel. Sync, Wu Zhao said in a deep voice. Damn it. That's a lie, double synchronization. Lin Chen looked at Wu Zhao and the aura on his body skyrocketed again. What the hell, double synchronization? Generally speaking, only gold-level people can master this kind of power. It is that the power of two star beasts is synchronized in one's body at the same time. Show it on your body. This kind of power can only appear in gold-level people, but Wu Zhao, who is only bronze, has mastered the power of dual synchronization. The reason why gold-level people can master this kind of power is because of their physical fitness, and the talent and qualifications can only be fully endured by those in the golden rank. Girl, you are crazy, double synchronization, is this what you can bear? Lin Chen looked at Wu Zhao and said in a deep voice, the game is a game, but this is too hard. Scared? Although it can only support 5 minutes, it is enough, Wu Zhao said in a deep voice. A trace of blood red flashed in his eyes. Crazy woman, slip away, Lin Chen looked at Wu Zhao and said with a hint of helplessness in his eyes. This woman is really strong. Don't even think about running, Wu Zhao's speed has increased to the extreme, double synchronization, directly maxing out Wu Zhao's speed. Although it is still not as fast as Lin Chen. But it will not be like before. Even Lin Chen's clothes can't be touched. And double. After synchronization, there is another kind of power in Wu Zhao's body. We don't know what it is yet, but it is not a good thing for Lin Chen. Oh my god, this woman, Lin Chen looked at Wu Zhao with some pain in his head. This woman is crazy, she can't be offended, she can't be offended. Bloody claw, a huge claw mark directly enveloped Lin Chen. Bloody? How come the smell of killing still feels familiar? Lin Chen looked at the huge paw prints, leaving white marks in the air and falling towards him. Lin Chen's speed reached the extreme. It disappeared like a golden light. This familiar feeling, dragon. True dragon species. Martyr, it's good to appear in a big family, he is actually a true dragon species, and he is also a special existence among the true dragon species. He may be a mutated true dragon species, Lin Chen thought slowly. You are listening to novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Beast Tamer, Divine Beast Tamer. Author, I am Lao Wu. Chapter 29. Ahem, that makes sense. There is no such huge hatred between us, why don't we each take a step back? Lin Chen looked at the furious Wu Zhao and said slowly. Yes, Lin Chen was scared and chose to follow his heart. Really, Wu Zhao's face regained its previous indifference and looked at Lin Chen. The golden thunder surged, turning into a golden dragon and biting towards Lin Chen. The power was several times more powerful than before. Lin Chen had to avoid it, but it felt more and more strenuous. Not only in terms of power but also speed, it was several times stronger than before the double synchronization. Lin Chen got up from the ground in disgrace. The aftermath of the explosion just now still affected Lin Chen. Mother, what the hell? Lin Chen felt a little aggrieved. Even though Lin Chen looked shameless on the surface, he actually had a very strong self-esteem. He was also on fire. Otherwise, the first time he saw Wu Zhao, he would have run away instead of fighting. Damn it, I am a big man, but I can still lose to you, a little girl, Lin Chen thought as he looked at Wu Zhao gritting his teeth. There is a saying, take a step back and the more you think about it, the angrier you will be. The more you think about it, the more you will lose. A golden lightsaber appeared in Lin Chen's hand, and the titanium pole was indestructible. A trace of gray appeared on Lin Chen's skin. It was so light that you couldn't tell it apart if you weren't serious. Gan, Lin Chen's gangster spirit also came up, and there was a fierce light in his eyes. He appeared in front of Wu Zhao at full speed. Wu Zhao was stunned, and then his white fist wrapped in gold collided with Lin Chen's. Bang! A circle of air waves emerged, and the earth collapsed. This guy, Wu Zhao looked at Lin Chen with some surprise. This guy is so strong. Lin Chen also looked at Wu Zhao with some embarrassment and remained stagnant. In terms of strength, Wu Zhao didn't need to be weak. He knew his own things. Lin Chen, knowing that after cultivating the titanium immortal body, not only the body's defensive ability, but also the strength has been enhanced by an unknown amount. Although he is not blessed by talent, he is able to collide with Wu Zhao head-on. It is obvious that he is able to collide with Wu Zhao with the blessing of talent. How strong is Lin Chen? But fighting is not just about strength, speed, spiritual power, and attributes are also important factors. Lin Chen does not belong to Wu Zhao in terms of strength, but not in terms of spiritual power and attributes. Golden the thunder danced on Wu Zhao's fists and then unfolded, blasting Lin Chen away. Lin Chen bared his teeth and touched his chest. It hurt. Lin Chen took a breath of cold air in pain. But Lin Chen also discovered his own strengths. Strong strength, strong defense, simply put, rough skin, thick flesh, and endurance. Wu Zhao also has a high attack and a lot of spiritual power, but his defense is average, which is already very good for ordinary people, but compared with Lin Chen is far behind in comparison. In this way, wouldn't he become a stupid warrior? Lin Chen couldn't help but think, but the next moment Lin Chen overturned this idea. He is not a stupid warrior above, no one at the same level can match him in terms of speed. Flying your own kite is asking for death. After the test just now, Lin Chen was confident. It would be easier if he could withstand the attack. Come on, let's have anal sex. Who is afraid of whom? Lin Chen got up from the ground and made a decision, a far-reaching decision. It is related to Lin Chen's future development. Going further and further on the Mangpi road. Come again, Lin Chen directly condensed a long knife this time. Holding the knife, he dragged out a deep ravine on the ground. He pulled out a series of after-images and rushed towards Wu Zhao. There was a trace of solemnity in Wu Zhao's eyes after the collision. Let Wu Zhao know that Lin Chen's strength is not weak, and he is even stronger than himself. This is a monster. Yes, a monster. This is Wu Zhao's latest evaluation of Lin Chen. Being able to suppress him in strength among his peers, the entire Saint Orchid star Wu Zhao was confident that no one could do it, but the power Lin Chen showed today. Wu Zhao felt a little powerless. It was like a mage being defeated by a warrior with thick blood and thick defense. He was close, but his strength was not used. Now Wu Zhao was facing such a situation. Bang! The collision between the fist and the long knife. A circle of air waves was directly set off with the two people as the center, and the earth cracked. Wu Zhao couldn't help but he waved his hand seductively. While his arms were numb from the shock, he also looked at Lin Chen in shock. The golden thunder and lightning struck directly on Lin Chen's body. The guy shook on the spot as if nothing was wrong. Then he rushed towards Wu Zhao again. Asshole, Wu Zhao gritted his teeth. He has been competitive since he was a child, claiming that he would not be weaker than anyone. Especially with the tenfold blessing of talent and the dual synchronization enabled, he is still at a disadvantage. Shame, shame. Lin Chen is now. It was hard to say that the Golden Thunder was indeed more terrifying than Lin Chen thought. His whole body was numb and painful at the same time. But now he was still riding a tiger, gritting his teeth and fighting against Wu Zhao. Now the two of them, it's the kind of thing where everyone is in pain, but they are all gritting their teeth and persisting. 5 minutes later, Lin Chen saw that the strength in Wu Zhao's hand was much weaker, and the scarlet color in his eyes also faded, knowing that Wu Zhao's dual synchronization was there. Disappear. Grinning with white teeth, he looked at Wu Zhao and said, "Crazy bitch, you don't have any strength anymore, just wait for death." Understanding Lin Chen's words, Wu Zhao looked at Lin Chen with a hint of humiliation. Then he burst out with terrifying spiritual power and forced Lin Chen back, stepped on the back of the golden Luan bird and left. "Next time we meet, wait for me," with angry words, Wu Zhao directly asked the golden feathered Luan Yao to take him away. Lin Chen stood there with an expressionless face. Like a god of war. But in fact, Lin Chen is just a strong man on the outside. If he hadn't been towards someone who couldn't be, Lin Chen had already given up after being eliminated. Now Lin Chen's hair stood up straight, and Wu Zhao fell directly to the ground when he saw the disappearance. His whole body was sore and numb, and golden thunder was beating, and he spit out a puff of black smoke from his mouth. After a long time, Lin Chen finally recovered. "Damn it, it really hurts." Lin Chen slowly got up from the ground. This is also the reason why Lin Chen didn't chase after him. Just now it was just a strong one, but if he really wants to continue, then Lin Chen will probably hit GG. Escape first. After lying down for a while, Lin Chen asked the bully and Lei Jiao to take him away. Not long after leaving, Wu Zhao came back. Looking at Lin Chen who disappeared, he knew that he had been fooled. "Bastard, just wait for me." Wu Zhao's pretty face turned dark. He knew that he had been deceived. No wonder Lin Chen didn't chase after him. The more he thought about it, the more something was wrong. When he came back to look at it, he was even more sure of his thoughts. Beast Tamer, Divine Beast Tamer. Author, I am Lao Wu. Chapter 30. Lin Chen returned to the light attribute area. I found a safe cave and went straight in. I took a deep breath. My body was still numb now. That golden thunder was so exciting. That crazy bitch. Thinking of Wu Zhao, Lin Chen couldn't help but twitch the corner of his mouth. Wu Zhao's overall strength is still stronger than Lin Chen. Not to mention anything else, in terms of attributes and spiritual power, he is higher than Lin Chen. Yes. But in terms of defense and strength, Lin Chen is stronger than Wu Zhao. Moreover, Lin Chen also has something to hide when it comes to the Star Beast. Whether it is a bully or Lei Jiao, they can easily kill that stupid bird, but Lin Chen can't. You didn't do this. The second phase of the game has not yet started. It's the behavior of a fool to reveal all your trump cards. The first phase is to see the Beast Master, and the second phase is to see the Star Beast. It's time to. Thinking of this, the corner of Lin Chen's mouth twitched involuntarily. In the second stage, there are no restrictions above. In the Battle of Star Beasts, there are no restrictions for direct descendants of big families. Star Beasts trained since childhood can appear. Lin Chen Buqiu can get the first place, and it's good if he can get close to 100. After all, it only takes 2 months for his Star Beasts to be fully charged. Compared with those Star Beasts that have grown up for more than 10 years, even if they lose, shameful. After all, the battle of the Star Beast is not just about strength, but also about tactics and command. What's more important is tacit understanding. If there is a tacit understanding, Lin Chen doesn't think he will lose. The main reason is in terms of strength. An evolution of the Star Beast, and no evolution is completely two different states. Moreover, Lin Chen and he knew that the star beast that grew up with Wu Zhao was a dragon, and it was very likely that it was a special existence among the true dragon species. Such an existence would never happen weak. Still need to train and develop first. Lin Chen looked at the bully and Lei Jiaoxiao. Now in the area with the speed of light, the bully's strength can increase to the greatest extent. It is also the last training place. Get started now. Lin Chen looked at the bully. He began to assign tasks. Let the bully start training. And Lin Chen also looked at Lei Jiaoxiao. Synchronize, Lin Chen roared. A sheen of thunder appeared on his body, and purple thunder flashed. Lin Chen's mouth twitched, but he still sat cross-legged on the ground and started to run the titanium indestructible body. A trace of purple thunder was beating. Hiss, Lin Chen opened his eyes and took a breath. It hurts, it really hurts. But he continued, using the thunder attribute to exercise his cells and strengthen his muscles. Purple thunder jumped on Lin Chen's body. Lin Chen's hair stood up. He continued to absorb spiritual power to temper his body. At the same time, the first round of the knockout round was over. Lin Chen was enveloped in a beam of light, and Lin Chen was practicing from wake up. It's over, Lin Chen thought slowly, and Lin Chen also breathed a sigh of relief, indicating that he had passed the first round of elimination, and the second round of competition will not begin until a week later. Lin Chen was directly teleported to the secret realm. At the entrance, he looked at the two women standing at the front. Lin Chen's mouth twitched, he touched the miner's hat on his head, and quietly turned into the crowd. Lin Chen was right, Wu Zhao and Lin Yuyu are indeed looking for him. This bastard will always appear in the second round. Wu Zhao looked at the crowd behind him with itching teeth, and then left. Lin Chen also returned to the hotel rented by Shenglan Middle School. After a good wash, Lin Chen lay on the bed, ready to have a good sleep. The second round will start in a week. It's still early. It's not realistic to develop the potential of Bully and Lei Jiaojiao to 100% in this week. But we still have to give it a try, unless there is some genius earth treasure, but that thing has nothing to do with Lin Chen now. Even if it does, how did Lin Chen get it? The federal currency that Lin Chen has now is only more than 80,000. During this period, he spent a lot on life. As for selling attribute crystals, Lin Chen hasn't thought about it yet. After all, he has returned it. This is far from enough. Why? Poor, Lin Chen lay on the bed like a salted fish. He thought for a long time and finally fell asleep in a daze. It was already night when Lin Chen woke up. After eating something simple, Lin Chen started his training. He spent 10,000 yuan to rent a gravity room in a hotel for 7 days. Lin Chen came to the gravity room with a dark face. Black, so damn dark. 10,000 in 7 days, Lin Chen's heart is bleeding, but there is nothing we can do. Who said the college entrance examination is approaching here? It's a good thing if you can rent it. Let's start. Lin Chen looked at the bully and Lei Jiaoxiao, took out the thunder attribute crystals and the light attribute crystals, and gave them to the bully and Lei Jiaoxiao. Let them train according to the previous training methods. Lin Chen himself he also entered a synchronized state, not a bully, but Lei Jiaoxiao. While stimulating his own cells with thunder, he was exercising in the gravity room. Under twice the gravity, Lin Chen felt that all the cells in his body were wailing. But he still persisted. Compared with members of those big families, Lin Chen started too late and his foundation was too low. If he didn't work hard, he would just rely on his golden fingers. It would be basically impossible to surpass those members of the genius family. He works hard and has a good family background. You just rely on a golden finger, just like surpassing others, you really treat them as mentally retarded, right? Another thing worth mentioning is the bully's potential value development is now 50%. Lei Jiaojiao's potential value development it's 40%. After the breakthrough, the potential values of Bully and Lei Jiaojiao have dropped a bit, although not much, but not a lot. Now at least they have to make up for all the potential values that fell before. 1 week time. Lin Chen, Bully, and Lin Jiao are all staying in the gravity chamber, even eating and resting. Time is tight and there is nothing you can do about it. There is a saying in the world that hard work may not necessarily lead to success, but if you can't even work hard and still want to succeed, you are just thinking nonsense. Lin Chen firmly believes in this sentence, hard work will be rewarded. At least he can't say that, with the blessing of Golden Finger, with the addition of with his own efforts. If he still can't succeed, then just play chicken and just find a place to die on the spot. A week has passed. Lin Chen came out of the gravity chamber, as if he had been reborn, with a feeling of being reborn, but Lin Chen knew that this was his illusion. He just returned to the ordinary environment from the gravity environment. Lin Chen washed up and tied his long hair behind his head. He took the Bully and Lei with him. Jiao Jiao walked towards the competition venue.